through my day-to-day, wake and pray, make that play, get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Said I'm getting thick, so I put it on display.
What is wrong? Let me get you. Everybody lives. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you ever overstated. Your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You want to Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, go!
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps The play call was for him.
On is the rookie fourth-rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
You're not ready. You're not ready. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Go, go, go.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away. From harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
3 down, 3 down. 3 down, 3 down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. They go screen. This is Ingram. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Let's go, let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And we'll see if this is going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
And the 49er first down.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He was brought down by Marcus.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here we go.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Mostert. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Mostert. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Here we go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Begin. 12.
Here's Mostert. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down.
13.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Here we go. 180.
Come on, QB, come on.
11.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Come on now, let's go!
Here we go.
We'll remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, Haywood!
Now on 2nd and 13, Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 35.
It's a gain of 17.
Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Hey, Alpha!
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Open man is born. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Garoppolo to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. Touchdown, 49ers! Dante Pettis, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Jackson steps away to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike 56, Mike 56. All day, dog.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up second and
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. And they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jackson throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, an 80-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Mostert. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
65.
Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Let's go. And read. 6, right there, 56. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. 58 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Go ahead.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball. White. 11.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Here we go. 21. 57 to mark. Let's go. One.
Garoppolo looks to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the end.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
In Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A carry now for Lynch. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Earl Thomas in on the stop. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
On third down, they go Lynch. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Niners, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be